One led deeper into the swamps, the other to abandoned areas where local farmers once lived. The search party split up. They shouted his name, pushed through thorny bushes, and searched every ravine. But they found nothing. Not a scrap of clothing, no signs of a struggle, no abandoned gear. Matt Gibson had vanished. After a week of intensive searching, investigators began to consider other possibilities. Voluntary disappearance was ruled out almost immediately. His bank accounts were untouched. He had left all his documents at home except for his driver's license. Friends and relatives unanimously insisted that Matt had no reason to run away. He had no debts, no problems in his personal life or at work. He was making plans for the future and was going on vacation in a couple of months. That left one possibility: murder. But who could have wanted to kill a quiet amateur photographer? Detectives began interviewing everyone who could have been in the park that weekend. They checked surveillance camera footage from nearby gas stations and stores. One recording showed Matt buying water and sandwiches. He was alone and appeared calm. The first witness came forward, an elderly couple who had pitched their tent a few miles from where Matt's car was found. They said they heard a scream on Saturday evening. It was short, sharp, and male. Then there was silence. They didn't think much of it, assuming it was just noisy tourists. But now, they weren't so sure. According to them, the sound came from the direction of the swamps. The police sent another team there, but to no avail. Swamps are good at keeping secrets. Then another witness appeared, a more important one. A truck driver who had been driving down that same road on Saturday afternoon. He saw Matt's pickup truck and Matt himself standing by the car, talking to someone. The second man was tall, thin, with long gray hair. He was dressed in worn work clothes and was acting aggressively, gesticulating wildly, and almost pointing his finger in Matt's face. The driver didn't stop, but the image stuck with him. He described the second man as a local recluse. Detectives began searching for this man. Many strange characters were living in the vicinity of the reserve who preferred solitude and didn't like strangers, especially tourists with expensive cameras. They checked all the recluses they knew and people with criminal pasts living nearby. They questioned dozens of people. Some were hostile and refused to talk. Others had heard something, but their statements were vague and contradictory. The description given by the driver matched several local residents. Without more precise information, it was a dead end. The search continued, but not as intensively. The volunteers dispersed. The rangers went out on patrol, but more out of habit. The hope of finding Matt alive faded with each passing day. The case slowly turned into a cold one. A photograph of a smiling Matt Gibson hung on a board at the police station, a silent reproach. He had come here to capture the beauty of nature. Instead, he had disappeared without a trace, leaving behind only an empty car and a few disturbing questions that no one had answers to. A discovery at an old apiary in 2023 instantly turned the abandoned site into a crime scene.